and I was recording now. It's the 16th of April 2021, and yesterday I said that well, it was in Persian. I said that Bitcoin's going to actually drop, and it would find support at 61,500. Unfortunately, it broke below that, and well, you can say it's actually creating two things. You can either say it's a symmetrical triangle, or you could say it's a broadening wedge, so it's pointing downwards. So it could either look like this, it could look like this, or if you find support right here, it will be a symmetrical triangle. It's one of the two things that it could be. Unfortunately, that's all I could say about Bitcoin right now. However, there are some news such as the hash rate drop because of an accident in China. However, on the RSI, it's a very strong divergence. It's actually quite linear. And the MACD is fine. I mean, I won't really look at the MACD anyways, but it's a strong RSI divergence. However, there's a bullish divergence here as well, but the price is dropping. So that's something to look at. But like I said, I'm still very bullish about Bitcoin, and there isn't much to like say negatively. However, one thing we have to pay attention is this huge RSI. If I drop this down, there's a huge bearish divergence. So the price is going up, but the RSI is coming down, and usually that's quite negative. However, it can easily be broken, even with one big fundamental news. So I wouldn't really worry about this anyways. It's nothing to be even considerably thinking about. Now let's skip this part for Bitcoin and go to Bitcoin dominance. Have a quick look at Bitcoin dominance, and guess what? It's it's actually dropping to 52, as I said. We got to see what happens after today. This is the 1-day chart. So in 14 hours, we're going to find out if this is going to be below it, or it's going to have a short-term rally and have a little M pattern here or there. However, I do strongly believe that this will break down towards all the way to 47, and we're going to have an even more exciting alt season. But otherwise, it's just you got to wait and see what's going to happen next. But otherwise, it's fine. Bitcoin dominance is just dropping, and altcoins are just going to rally against Bitcoin in terms of Satoshi values. Other coins such as Ethereum had its Berlin hard fork, and well, it actually hit my target. There you go. It hit my target 2D. Well, did it hit it to the penny? Well, I did say give or take a couple dollars, but it did hit my target. And yeah, it's now declining, just as I predicted. I said it's going to hit the target and decline down, and it's going to make some sort of pattern, either that be a symmetrical pattern or a bull flag, whatever it could be. We don't know yet. But however, one other things I can say is that we can just draw this as a speculative channel that Ethereum's is gonna drop. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will be dropping somewhere around just under $2,000, and then heading back up to 3,000. So again, nothing to be worried about, even if it does decline. I mean, we could look at the RSI. Again, a strong bearish divergence, but the MACD is going to find support anyways. It's going to bounce off the yellow line. So I wouldn't even worry. Let's look at ADA really quickly. ADA against USD. Unfortunately, we got rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's quite bad. That means we're going to find support right here, 124, 125, 126, something like that. And it's going to come down here and then come back up around 1st of May and then bounce around the channel. But however, this is 70% to the apex. And obviously the bias is going to be bullish, mainly because we've got strong fundamentals around Cardano and news and etc. We just know that the upside potential is infinite, but the downside potential is always going to be 0. So and that's quite impossible, especially when it's a peer-reviewed cryptocurrency. It's the only peer-reviewed cryptocurrency that's done the foundation from layer 1 to layer 2. So yeah, we can look at let's see, look at BNB against USD. BNB, they just did a random burn. However, it wasn't good enough. But burns usually do go up. Because this is on a daily, I believe that it's gonna find support where my target was, so it'll be right over here, around 467. So it should just bounce here and make a W and go back to $800, $900. So I wouldn't really. I can actually delete this now. It can go up significantly right over here. And then even if we draw a Fibonacci line from top to bottom, this is our golden pocket. So $591 is 617. And if it goes up, it goes up. If not, then we can just obviously just wait around and see what happens next. Okay. And then, yeah, that's about it for BNB. So let's quickly go to the coin market cap and have a quick look at what's going on here. Obviously, the market is down, but that's fine. We can see shit coins being pumping. Bitcoin standard hash rate, blah blah blah, XRP, Neo, Nexo, Uniswap. Chile's got the Rakuten partnership. Rakuten is quite shit, but it's okay for them. Then you got Polygon, Harmony. I believe the Harmony CEO is doing an AMA or something today. And pretty much everything else is well, down and up. It is a 50-50. If you look at who's the losers of the market, we can see Dent, Pondix, Holo, BitTorrent, Phantom, Sia Coin, Swissborg. Quite a lot of losers, mainly because Bitcoin's dropping significantly. But I wouldn't worry anyways, because bear in mind, these coins have been rallying the past 4 days, and they clearly need a cool-off period. So that's something that you can take in consideration. Now let's move into the whales and let's see what they're doing. Bitcoin whales, let's see what they're doing. Are they pumping? Are they dumping? Clearly they're dumping. And it's always the Binance accounts from the miners. This number is actually increased 20,000. Let me check. Well, 15,000 on 30 day, 30,000. Yeah, this number's been increasing just a little bit, but I'm not at all bearish. Mainly because one fundamental news would just ruin all these people, and it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't even worry. The supply on exchanges are just clearly just going down and down and down. And then the 30-day period is just like one person just buy the whole supply anyways. Okay, so there's a number of reasons why today's Bitcoin price went down. However, even technically, it did say it's going to go down anyways. Turkey bans cryptocurrencies. Oh, how do I get rid of this? Sorry. What is this? Oh my God. Okay. So it says that Turkey bans payment setting Bitcoin price, and then Bitcoin just dropped like $2,500. It's nothing surprising. I can clearly see why they do this, because they're getting pissed off. Central banks are clearly pissed off at people sending their monetary policy, fiat money, and converting it to crypto digital currencies, and they're clearly pissed off about it. So yeah, it dropped 3%. So that's like $2,500 from where the highest was. But even then, technically, it was about to drop anyways, because that's what I did say. And yeah, it's nothing surprising, and it just needs some regulation. Honestly, things like this is ways to circumnavigate this. But I'm not going to say how, but there is. And the only reason why we can't say how is going to get in a lot of trouble. But yeah, so no, it's stupid. It's foolishness. It says it right here. It's foolishness, and you're gonna put your people like the Stone Ages. Now let's just go to Cardano. They're getting themselves ready for smart contracts. They're using Plutus as one of the easiest languages of coding, and I have no problem. I've personally used Plutus. I'm not a coder. I'm not an editor. I'm not anything, but I know Plutus. It's just like you got these websites called Wix, and they basically help you how to build a website. Think of Cardano's basic programming language for people, Plutus. This is how you make your own crypto coin, and and your farm application or DeFi or NFT website, it's the most easiest way to create a coin. And yeah, it's just fun. All right, let's just move on to ARK Investments. Lovely ARK team. They were once a very bullish about Bitcoin, and they still are. However, ARK's been dumping their Square stake, not because they're bearish on Square, it's because Coinbase is a more direct way of getting Bitcoin. So it's an indirect way of getting Bitcoin, better than Square, because Square has so many other processing payments. But Coinbase is just cryptocurrencies in general. That's it. So Square did buy 246 million shares of Coinbase, which is roughly around 80,000 shares. Let's see, and it sold 409,000 shares of Square. That's quite a lot. But they did buy Coinbase, which is fine. It's great. Nothing else much to say about ARK Investment. They're not bearish about Square, just dumping it just so they can get an indirect way of a more direct and indirect way of getting Bitcoin. Okay. All right, now we're moving to a research paper. I'm just going to scroll down all the way to the conclusion. Otherwise, you're going to be reading this all day. Let's see. Oh, this is a lot. Okay, sorry. So basically, this research paper is about the volatility of a medium of exchange for Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin be a medium of exchange? Well, in the short term, no. Even the paper does cite this. In the short term, it's not possible. But then again, does Bitcoin hold as a store of value? Yes, it does hold as a store of value. Why? Well, because A is deflationary. B is a very fixed supply, and yeah, that's about those two. Those make it a store of value. Anything can be a store of value as long as it's a minimum amount and it's a deflationary currency, and that you're not going to make more of it. Now, Bitcoin is the only thing in the world that you can't make more of. With everything else, you can make more of. It doesn't matter what it is, you can make more. But Bitcoin is the only thing that you can't use science, you can't use more miners, you can't do anything. It's code, and it's hardwired, and it's in the system, and it's done. Now, it also talks about fiat. Is fiat a store of value? Well, it also says it's not a store of value. Fiat is not a store of value. You can't put your money under your bed. You can't put money in a bank. But is fiat a volatile product? Yes, it is. All right. You having $1 is always going to be $1, but your purchasing power is always less. So it is very volatile, because the fiat, doesn't matter what currency you're in, it's either lost 99% or 99.98%. It can never lose 100%, mainly because it's backed by paper, and paper has more value than the actual money that you have. So in that sense, it has some sort of value because you can burn the paper and make heat. So it's always going to retain that 0.001% value. But even your foreign, even your currency, it doesn't have any value. It's not a store of value, and it's even more volatile than cryptocurrencies. How about that? But however, on this paper, it does say that in the long term, once people deposit more money in cryptocurrencies, especially when CBDCs come out, they're going to accelerate the pace of adoption in crypto. Now, CBDCs are going to come out in 2023, 2024, and 2025. And they're going to clearly make up some random story. And there's going to be courses online for everyone around the world, especially in Europe and UK and America. And what a CBDC is. It's mainly for people who don't know much about cryptocurrencies, but I'm pretty sure everyone here knows and understands crypto and what it's all about. But with CBDCs, it's gonna fast pace everything, because CBDCs are two things. They're running on an ERC20, or they can be running on Cardano software.
Emily, can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, sir, to interrupt you. I'm gonna go for a minute. I want to ask you a question. What do you think about dominance? What do you think? It's breaking or what? I think it's breaking. What do you think?
I believe it's going to have a short-term pump, but then it's going to dump more.
Yeah, I think dominance breaking the levels we're talking about. Yeah, I think it's breaking that. But I don't know. Maybe it's pumping. Maybe it's after two.
You cut out.
You did.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, thanks. And yeah, otherwise, in the long run, Bitcoin will hold as a store of value, but we just need more currencies in it. We need more people. We need more people adopting, and hence why teaching about Bitcoin and fiat and money and telling people to put more money, even if you don't do it, it's going to happen anyways. Regardless of your help, it's going to happen anyways. But as long as we keep pressure and educating people, it's going to happen. And yeah, and there's nothing that anyone can do. Even with Turkey's ban, what happened to Nigeria? They said they want to ban it, and then their SEC said, "Oh, fiat Bitcoin has made our currency worthless." Well, hell yeah, India can't ban it, Iran can't ban it, no one can ban it, and people need to get that out of their head that you can't ban something that you can't see. It's the only thing in the world that you can't see. You can just see it on a piece of digital code, and that's it. And that's if you have access to a computer or a phone or some sort of ledger device or a Trezor. Anyways, guys, that's about it for today's session.